All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are live after 5 a.m. We're in period 2, and we're going to put in a lives variable today. So, because in this game, if you run into Koopa Troopa, you're going to lose a life. A life. Is that right? Life? A life. So, we're going to put in a label here. I don't know why my program, you know what? It worked great before I started. I think I'm using so much memory by doing these videos that it kind of bugs out my, see that? See, it's like real far away from my mouse. All right, so over here, this is going to be LBL Lives. I give it a name. I go down here and I type out lives:3. I'm going to give it a green color. I don't know why. Well, Koopa Troopa's green, so that's cool. It'll match Koopa Troopa. So I'm going to give it a green color. 18 font like the other ones, and I think it was bold. There we go. Okay, so there's our speed. There's our lives, high score 60. Hopefully that'll show up on the screen. All right, so we're ready to do collision detection today. Okay, so back up here, then what we need to do is, we're getting some good looking code in here, folks. This is a serious program. We need to create a variable, and this variable right here needs to be called lives. Okay, and we're going to initialize lives to be 3. So I'm going to put a 3 in there. And then we also need a score variable. What do you guys want to call this? Score, coins, counter, what? Just coins? Parker, just coins? So here's your coins. Parker's pretty smart. I'm going to make this coins counter, okay? So that you know it's a counter and we're counting coins, okay? I know it's a little bit more work, but I'm going to copy this piece over here. Coin starts out at what? 0, okay? All right, so this is not that hard. Collision detection sounds hard, but in the MIT, it's pretty simple. All you're going to do is go to Mario, IMG Sprite Mario, and right here there is a collide with. Does everybody see the collide with? Okay, and now you just need an if statement. If you collide with a coin, if you collide with Koopa Troopa. Are you with me? And this is nice. I like your guys better than period 1's because now you really do need an if statement, because if you collide with a coin or if you collide with Koopa Troopa. The first period, we only had a coin, so the if statement really wasn't that needed, even though I showed them how to do. So maybe tomorrow with them, I'll put in another person. We talked about putting in Donkey Kong. If you run into Donkey Kong, what happens? Game over. Okay. So you need a control if here. Does everybody know where their control if is? And does everybody see the blue gear button on the control if? So in here, you need to go to an else if and drag in an else if. So this is called a mutator button. Mutator means to change. You want to change the if statement. Okay, thumbs up if you're with me. Okay, so now you just need a logic statement. A green block there from logic. And I want to, here's the other here. So I want to go get this other sprite. If the other sprite, right, is equal to who? So you got two options. You're going to go down and get the coin, and then I'm going to copy and paste this. And then down here, it's if I hit Koopa Troopa. Now we break it apart. If I hit the coin, what should happen? Nevaeh said we get 50 points, right? So you're going to go in here, and you're going to go to your variables block and set the coins counter is equal to coins counter. Go get your variable again. Coins counter plus, you really want to do 50? I'm just going to do 1 for right now. If you guys want to upgrade and do 50 later, do 50. Okay? I just want to make sure we can count. So I'm just going to add 1 to it, saying you got 1 coin. Okay? Is this going to work? What is the problem with this code if we would play this game right now? This is a common error from young programmers. Yeah. What's your name again? Dylan? I love it that you're in this class, man. You're a great thinker. You're gonna make a lot of money one day. Okay? It doesn't, you can hit this coin all day long, but it's not gonna show you that you hit a coin because you didn't display it. How many people have ever played basketball before? How many people have ever been to a basketball game where a guy made a shot, or a girl, and they didn't put it on the scoreboard? And the crowd yells, the score's wrong, right? So right here, you did exactly that. Somebody made a shot, Mario collided with a coin, got a coin, but you never displayed it. That is a common mistake in programming. I had students do it all the time in my Hamilton High School game programming class. They would give them the points and not display it. And like, Mr. Richter, it doesn't work. I'm like, well, that's because you didn't display it. You with me? So now you got to display it. So you're going to go to lblcoins.txt underneath here, and you're going to go get a join, and you're going to go get, what was that? You're going to go get a, so now we could just say, well, let's go back here and look at our counter. What did we say? Okay, we got coins, colon. By the way, you need a space in here. Okay, so you go back to blocks, and you go to coins, colon, space, and then in here you put in your coins counter. So you can just go get this guy here, drag it in, boom, you're done. Could we put a sound in here? Bling. Every time you hit a coin. Bling, bling, bling. What? You don't have Audacity yet? We do have freesound.org. Everybody has freesound.org. If you have the internet, do you have internet? Okay, you have freesound.org. All you have to do, this is probably going to be your homework assignment tonight. Go to freesound.org and create an account. It's very, very useful. They're not going to sell you anything. You do have to log in with an email and a password in order to download, but they don't sell you anything. I've never gotten anything from them. Okay, so here's freesound.org. You guys can log in. You go to sounds, and you can play all these sounds. Just type in whatever you want. I don't know, what would that be? Like bling? Bling, bling. Here's cash flow. So ching. Okay. You guys could play one, you find one, and then you download it, and then I can show you how to, what? Right now, the easiest thing I can do, let's go back to your designer. Oh yeah, you guys already put this in, sound coin, right? And you guys have text to speech. So until I get my sound set up, what I'm going to do right now is the easiest thing I can do is put in text to speech. Okay. So I can have her come on, Siri, Iris, whatever you want to call her, and just she can say bling, bling, bling. I'm going to have her say bling. Okay. Is that Ian? Is that you playing those? Nice. Those are great sounds. You know, those are like perfect sounds. What did you look up to get that, Parker? Coin sound? All right. So freesound.org, coin sound. All right. Those are great sounds. Do you guys see how it does get a little annoying, but it does notify you that something's been, right? I know that somebody is playing that sound. I know that. Why? Because I can hear it. Okay. You're going to know that somebody hit a coin when you hear the bling. You guys can do this tonight and tomorrow. By the way, you guys can always do this at home. You can I'll have my tech guy come over and download Audacity on the machines. You guys have internet though. Why can't you download Audacity? Does it? Okay. So what I'll do is I'll text my tech and have him come and download Audacity on the machines. Okay. So this will work until then. You guys with me on that? Okay. So what should happen if we contact Koopa Troopa? You lose a life. So all you're gonna do is go and set your variables. So go back and set your number of lives. Set lives. We're going to go to math and we're going to subtract. That's all you do. Go get your life. Get lives. And this is lives minus 1. Once again, what do we have to do after you subtract a life? You got to display it, right? You have to show them that you lost life. So I'm going to go grab this block up here, and I'm just going to change this to be lives. Right here, the coins is going to be lives. Lives, colon, space, and then down here, this is going to be your lives. And then down here, I'm just going to say, if you got hit by the Koopa Troopa, I'm going to say, ouch. All right. Nah. You could do that. How could I do that? Nah. How do you spell that? Nah. Nah. I don't think that's going to work. I don't know how to spell it, so I'm just going to go with ouch. Okay? It's much easier for me to spell ouch than it is nah. And my brain at this time of day doesn't want to think about nah. I don't know how to spell nah. Nah. There's something different in there. Nah. Nah. I'm going to go with ouch. It's much simpler for me. Okay? Who understands collision detection? Was it that hard? Just remember, if you get the score, display it. If you get hit with a life, display it. Do not forget to display. Okay? Display. Okay, what's next? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's the next thing you have to do. Okay. Um, so thinking about this. Okay. Now that we're critically thinking about this, do we really need game time? No, you really don't. Not if you're playing with lives, because what's the governing factor there? Your number of lives. Okay. So I really don't even think we need game time. You don't need to play for 60 seconds. The way you guys have it set up, you're going to play until you're out of lives. And then you're correct. Now you got to start thinking about what happens. Do you see how you just divide and conquer this whole program? The next step is what happens when you get 0 lives? Okay, so what happens when game over? All right, so you could have a label. She said we could have a label pop up saying game over, right? Would you like to play again? Yes or no? If they hit yes, then you're going to restart the game. If they hit no, you're going to shut down the app. Are you with me? Do you guys see how you just think through this programming? You just one step at a time. Next step, it just kind of leads you into the next phase, right? Yeah, it's a good question. What about the reset button? What should the reset button do? Okay, and what does it mean to restart the game? Okay, well, how many points do you have at the beginning of the game? 0, so you go back to 0 points. Are you with me? How many lives do you have at the beginning of the game? So you go back to 3 lives. Are you with me? So that's what we got to start thinking about, the reset button. Okay? You see how you program? This is how you program. What we're doing here is called divide and conquering. Okay? That's an actual computer science theory. You can look it up online. What is the divide and conquer theory? It means you take a problem, you break it down into really small parts, and you handle one small part at a time. And this is what changes your life. Because once you guys learn how to do this, then things become easier. Doing your homework. Okay, you break it down into real small parts. Let's do this part, and then let's do this part, right? And if you do these parts well, then you get the whole thing accomplished. Okay. All right. So um, the next step in this phase is right here in the collision. Did you put a new if block in there? I would put it inside of your collision because it's dealing with collision, right? If, and I can put in a math equal to right here, right? If lives, is equal to 0, right? Yeah, you could put it right here also because you're subtracting 1 here. If lives is equal to 0, then what? It'll automatically restart? Okay, yeah, you need to shut things down, right? We got to turn things off, okay? So what's running right now? So I think Mario's running, right? So the animation, the clock animation timer should get turned off to false, F-A-L-S-E, okay? Have I showed you guys how to type on the white screen? Somebody's got to relax with those coins. Who is that? Parker. You're killing me, man. Outputs, input, output, right? Output's incredibly effective, even on your nerves, okay? So you have to turn this timer off. I'm also going to turn Mario off. So image sprite Mario is going to be disabled. And then what about Koopa Troopa? Should Koopa Troopa be disabled so he stops running? So now I'm just going to go into Koopa Troopa's turned off, and the coin's turned off. So they should stop moving. Everything should stop. The clock stops, Mario stops, Koopa Troopa stops, the coins stop. Well, it's not going to automatically do that. I'm going to do that when we hit reset. Because you don't want to end the game and automatically, maybe they wanted to see what their score was. Are you with me? You want to give them a second to see what their score was, right? You don't want to automatically just say, okay, game over, and it automatically start again. They may not want to play again. That's not a good user experience. Are you with me? You're forcing people to play again. Well, they may not want to play again, right? So now we could have like a notifier come up and say, hey, do you want to play again? Yes. We restart the game. No. And the app. Are you with me? You got to have some kind of a user experience in there. Okay? By the way, user experience is called UX. You guys can go and study UX, user experience. Okay? I don't know. It's up to you guys. What do you want to happen? We need to discuss what happens when you end the game. You know, how do you want to restart? Okay? We could, when the game's over, we could just automatically spin Mario. We could have Mario just start to spin around the screen, right? Just spin. Do you guys remember where we did the headings to the directions, right? We could have it where he just spins, or Koopa Troopa spins, or they all spin. You know what I mean? We can do whatever you want. It all. Remember the video said now you're just limited by your imagination. So that's what we are, right? Yeah. We can do whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? We can do whatever you want. It's up to you. What you guys have to decide what we want to do when the game's over. Okay? I could have text to speech come on and say game over. Okay? That's one thing I can do very simply. Okay? Now, I've never done this before, but I'm interested in doing this. This is called a notifier. Okay, have you done a notifier? So we could call this notifier game over. Okay? And when you get to game zero, game over, we could have this notifier come on. And here you go. You guys could show, there it is, show game over text dialog. Here's login warnings, okay. Show message dialog. Oh yeah, here's one with 2 buttons. Here you go. Here's a notifier game over with 2 buttons. So we could have 1 button saying, do you want to play again? Yes. Do you want to play again? No. Are you with me? So here's the one I want right here. So we could have this come on, and the message, all you have to do is go get one of these messages right here, a text box. And here you could say, game over, exclamation mark, would you like to play again, question mark, okay? And then down here, you just go get these text, and the button 1 text is going to say yes. Button 2 is going to say no. 5 minutes left. Okay, the title is going to be, I'm going to say something like the title is Game Over. Thank you for playing. Okay, game over. Would you like to play again? Button yes or no. Now we have to put in, now we need an if block, right? If they choose yes, what's going to happen? If they choose no, what's going to happen? Are you with me? So I think you have to do a control if here. I'm not 100% sure because I've never done this. But we got to go back into this notifier. Oh, here's after choosing. That's cool. This might be it right here. Look at this. Here it is right here. After choosing choice, so now I could put an if in here. If, I think it's a logical equal to, if choice equals yes. I don't know. Guys, I've never done this before, so I don't know if this is right. I'm just guessing here. How do I get a choice here? How do I register the choice? I want you guys to study this tonight, okay? This is your homework for tonight. You need to figure out the notifier. How do we, even just because I put yes and no here, that's just the text. How do we register that that is a yes and that is a no? Are you with me? You understand what I'm asking? How do I really know they want to play? How do I know they want button 1? You with me? I would imagine these texts has to be exactly like we did up there. And now you could do the now we could do the reset game. By the way, I want to look at this. Man, we got a good looking set of code blocks here. You guys with me? That's a lot for your. Raise your hand if this is the second program you've ever built. Yeah, this is a lot of code for your second program you've ever built. Okay, this is good stuff, folks, and that's what I love about game programming. Number one, you guys are familiar with games. You guys can understand games. You've grown up with games. You've played games. You with me? So games are very understandable, and it takes you deep into code. So it's a win-win-win situation. All right. Tonight, you guys are to study notifiers. That's your homework. Um, keep calm and code on.